joined now by our female high school athlete of the week, presented by Distinct Ink. It is Anna Amador of Wichita North softball. She had 3 wins last week and also went 13 for 16 at the plate and a couple of wins for Wichita North. Anna, kind of talk about what was going well for you last week and so far this season.
I feel like my pitching has really improved this season, and my at-bats have been really, really good.
Yeah, and for you, what was really clicking at the plate last week?
Honestly, I think just really seeing that ball. I really struggle with following it into the plate, but this year it's really clicking.
Yeah, and what about on the mound? You had three wins, I believe, last week, including a no-hitter. What was that like? Dominating on the mound like that?
Honestly, I don't even realize till the end of it. It's just kind of throw ball, see ball.
Yeah. I mean, did you ever? What was it like when you found out that you threw the no-hitter? Was that the first one you've ever thrown?
Well, this is the first time me hearing about it. So, I play club ball, so I feel like I've thrown a couple beforehand, but they never really tell me till weeks later.
Gotcha. Well, what's it been like this season, kind of balancing being both a pitcher and a hitter? What's it been like for you? Because so far this has been your most successful season on the mound. What's it been like, kind of balancing those two?
I feel like it's just a lot of hard work and trying to figure out what works and what doesn't day by day.
Mm-hmm. And your coach nominated you for the Athlete of the Week. Do you feel like this was the best week you've had? Because it's hard to do much better than 3 wins on the mound, a no-hitter, and also going 13 of 16 at the plate with 5 home runs and 14 RBIs. Was this kind of the best week you've ever had? What was it like, mentally throughout this week?
I mean, it feels like a pretty good week. Honestly, we don't talk about stats much. I mean, by the end of the game we do, but yeah, they never really tell me what I'm doing until it's already done. Mm-hmm. So I feel like more focusing on the game at hand is what really keeps me going and staying strong.
Gotcha. What about this season has been so clicking for you guys? I mean, you guys have had a really good start to the season, 9 straight wins to open the season. What's it been like for you guys really coming out of the gates swinging?
I mean, we have a lot of girls who are returners or have played before, so I feel like it's less learning the game and more just playing it, and I feel like that really works for us. We also have really strong seniors who've been here for 4 years, so it's really working.
Yeah, and for you being a junior on the team, obviously some people are going to look up to you, and especially after the last couple of games you've had, obviously they're going to look up to you. But what's kind of your leadership role been on this year's team?
Mostly I just do what I do and see if everybody else follows, The best thing I do for the team is keeping us up and keeping us going.
Mm-hmm. On the mound for you, last year you had around a 5 ERA. This year you're hovering around 1. I mean, what's kind of been the improvements that you've made on the mound?
A lot of leg work, a lot of weightlifting, mainly focusing on my form instead of my speed, and it just all works together.
Mm-hmm. What about at the plate? You're hitting 750 this year. That's not easy to do. What's it been like at the plate? What's kind of your approach at the plate?
Mainly just see a ball and see if I can whack it out. But no, my hitting coach, Paul, he really works with me on seeing the ball and deciding if it's a good or go.
Yeah. You've got some tough competition coming up to end the season, games against Bishop Carroll and Northwest still on the schedule. What's it going to take for you guys to end the season on a high note?
Honestly, just sticking with what we've been doing and working really hard in practice.
Yeah. How did you get into softball? When did you start playing?
I started when I was 9 years old, but I've been playing softball pretty much my whole life.
Gotcha. Yeah. When did things kind of click for you? When did you realize you might be pretty good?
Well, so we would always play baseball in the yard, and one year me and my brother were playing, and he was running bases, and I just chucked a softball right at his back, and my mom was like, "Oh, she has a pretty good arm." So they put me in the YMCA, and ever since then, just keep going.
Yeah. And for you, what do you enjoy the most about playing softball? I mean, obviously you pitch and hit, so there's got to be some enjoyment in both of those, but what do you look forward to the most when you're playing softball?
I mean, the game's really fun, and I love being successful even with the losses, but honestly, it's just the way it brings my family together. Everybody's kind of around the softball community, and my mom played, and my dad loves baseball. My abuelita, she wanted to play when she was younger but wasn't able to, and my grandpa was always there for the games up until the end. So.
Yeah. What keeps you motivated? How do you stay motivated throughout the season, especially with such a good start to the year?
Honestly, just playing for them. I want to make everybody proud, including myself, so I just keep working hard and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Other than maybe your family or your coaches, who's been one of your biggest mentors throughout your softball career?
I don't know. I feel like my family and my coaches are really what keeps me going. No one's really sat me down and was like, hey, you could do this, you could do that, other than them. So, yeah, I think just them.
Yeah. What's one of the biggest challenges that you feel like you've overcome throughout your career?
Honestly, staying calm. I get really hyper and really excited, and so it goes from really high highs to really low lows. So finding that middle ground is what I've been working on most.
Yeah. Talk about your relationship with your coaching, your coaching staff. What do they like to do? How do you like to be coached?
Honestly, I just love when coaches really get in my grill and tell me what I need to do right then and there so I can work on it the most I can. I've always had coaches that are like the big yelling types and the big get in your face, but I'd rather them just jump my case instead of getting in my face.
What's a pregame routine look like for you? Do you have any kind of superstitions or anything like that?
Well, for club ball, I usually wear a hat that I haven't washed for years, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I listen to my music, I get in the zone, and I talk with my teammates about what we're gonna do.
Yeah. What's on the playlist? What's kind of on the pregame playlist?
It kind of depends day to day. Sometimes I listen to Biggie, sometimes I listen to Tyler the Creator. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day and what I want to do.
What are some of your goals for the season? Maybe for the team and maybe for yourself.
I want to hit at least double digits with my home runs and end our team in the top 3 of our league. You know, I feel like that'd be really good for us since we've been 4th the past 2 years.
Yeah. What do you like to do for fun? What do you like to do outside of softball?
Well, I wrestle for the school and I do art, and I really just listen to my music and hang out with the family.
Yeah. What's a fun fact about you that somebody may not know?
I have a Doberman, or no, I have a Dachshund, 2 of them. His name's Oso.
Those are very different dogs.
Yeah.
Dobermans and Dachshunds, it's hard to get those confused.
Yeah, he looks like a Doberman, so in my mind he's a little one. But no, his name's Oso, and then my brother has a Dachshund named Dulce, so yeah.
Okay, awesome. I'm a big Dachshund fan myself, but congratulations on a great start to the season, and best of luck the rest of the way.
All right, thank you for having me.